Okay.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you. We are so excited that you're here with us. And it is an amazing day. And I cannot believe that we are week 5 of this whole crazy new life that we're all leading here in Corona land. And I'm happy to see everyone here, and I know that some of us are dealing with family, friends, loved ones, and other colleagues and people that we know that have been touched by what's going on. And what a perfect topic of kindness to be done at this time in what we're all facing in the world around us. And just being able to be on that theme and maximize our efforts and build on our relationships. And I can see so many people here that I know. We're so excited that you're here with us. And I want to take this time to, Jill came to me quite a while ago about doing a kindness conference, which is all roads are going to lead to the kindness conference. But I'm so excited that this has come about, and very, very excited that you're all with us here. So Jill Lublin, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who don't know her, she gets under your skin. She gets into your life. She gets into your heart. And I just love her to pieces. And she's always, as long as I've known her for several years now, has always just been that person that will constantly look out for you, always has me in mind for people. I do the same with her, and I'm sure that she does that with you all. She totally exhibits kindness in everything that she does. She definitely walks her talk. So without further ado, Jill Lublin is an international speaker on the topics of radical influence, publicity, networking, kindness, and referrals. She is the author of 4 best-selling books, including Get Noticed, Get Referrals by McGraw-Hill, and the co-author of Guerrilla Publicity and Networking Magic. And whenever I hear guerrilla publicity, I always think of that Gorilla Glue. So it's like, yes, it's going to be publicity that's going to stick. So if you haven't read it, it's an amazing book. Her latest book is called The Prophet of Kindness, and it went #1 in 4 different categories. And that is the basis for the kindness circles and eventually the kindness conference. Jill is a master strategist on how to position your business for more profitability, more visibility in the marketplace. And right now, how much more visible can we all be than being online and visible online? She is the CEO of a strategic consulting firm and has over 25 years experience working with over 100,000 people, plus national and international media. She teaches publicity crash courses, and she's an advocate an avid speaker at live events, webinars, and now the new virtual webinars, virtual live event space. She speaks with all consultants and does consulting and speaks on the topics all over the world. She helps authors to create their own book and create their own book deals. The key to working with Jill is not only does she help you with your books, your speaking, and coaching you on those subject matters, but when she helps you with book deals, she actually is one of the only very few, count them on your hand, who can actually get you with deals with the major publishers, the major agents, and foreign rights. So if you want your book to go international, Jill is definitely the woman that you want to work with. So you can visit and find out more information about her at publicitycrashcourse.com/free gift. And you can also find her at jilllublin.com. So without further ado, if everyone will unmute themselves, or we can unmute all real quick, and let's all welcome Jill. Yay.
Yay, Jill!
She's
Woohoo!
yours.
Amazing! Love you!
Start. Thank you so much. I love the virtual claps. I love the woohoos. Thank you so much. And I just am so blessed to be here with all of you. Mary Beth, I think we're going to have to mute everyone again, but I love the excitement. I am just so grateful to be here with all of you launching this new program. And let me say, this is a new program. I don't even know exactly, okay, we have a format, we do. But let me just say, this is going to be something much bigger than this. I just know in my heart that when I wrote Profit of Kindness, like it was much more than just a book. Kindness is a movement. And I'm one of the leaders of the movement. We have others on the call. Lyle Benjamin is doing planned acts of kindness. There are so many of you who walk kindness, because I know you, right? And I know probably the reason you're attracted to this call is you're already kind. And of course, we want to get kinder. We know we need right now a kinder society. And I will share with you that really what this has been all about is to create a movement of kindness. And Linda, in fact, we were at an event together because Linda is the event mistress extraordinaire. That might be your new tagline. And, you know, she was producing an event and doing all her amazing production that she does to make events go smoothly. And we were sharing a Uber home from a very long day. And I remember looking at Linda and saying, you know, I really want to do this kindness conference. And she goes, basically, so do I, you know? And that's who Linda is. She's very kind. And she jumped in and she said yes to something that we didn't know what it would be. We didn't know how it would get created. We just knew it was supposed to be. You know, when you know that in your heart, you just know something is supposed to be. And this is where we are right now. And I'm excited. It'll be ongoing. We'll do these monthly. We'll have us come together as a community to be more kind. We will be doing breakouts in today's session, which will have you meet each other, which is beautiful, and an opportunity to create more kind community. We will have a summit toward the end of the year where we can come together face to face, God willing, and really, you know, embrace each other in that kindness and have more focus on that, even more so. But I want to tell you a little bit about Linda, because Linda and her team, Morgan, thank you so much, has been behind this event, behind the scenes, helping to create that seamlessness and to support. And Linda is actually all about events, right? Whether they're live or virtual. And with her diverse background, she's planned domestic and international events for over 25 years. And Linda, her team is called Blue Diamond Events. She's all about the heart and the relationship for the client and the attendee. Linda's client list, let me tell you, she's the who's who in the live event industry. So true. Linda loves to work closely with clients to map out full strategy using live and virtual events as part of your marketing strategy, including speaking on stages, sponsoring, and producing summits. Linda loves and enjoys speaking about events, as well as helping you with full event strategy, site selection, contract negotiation. She's a great contract negotiator, by the way, and budget for your clients. And whether you're hosting small or large events, virtual or live, getting to the profitable bottom line is absolutely key. Linda, what's so amazing about her, unlike most planners, is she really helps you align your vision with your budget going into an event. And she helps understand for you how to fill a room, lead and utilize a team, and gives you a great foundation to successful and profitable events. So Linda, I just really appreciate you, who you are, what you say yes to. And let me tell you, Linda's your woman for anything you need event-wise, and particularly in this virtual event world, she can make that work too. So thank you, bless you. I'm so grateful for you.
Bless you. It's such a privilege to be here and be part of what you're putting together here. It's been a while coming, and it's so great to see it come to fruition. And I'm just really a firm believer that despite everything that's going around and going around us, this is our opportunity as entrepreneurs to show the world what we have and be there for each other. And, you know, for some of us, make some profit along the way, and keep our businesses going and get very creative. And this is one of the ways of being in part of the give back that we all can do in that process of growing our businesses. So thank you for the opportunity always.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And why don't we put Mary Beth into the chat, and Morgan, you can chat is Linda's contact information. Go ahead and put mine, and just to remind them of that. And I'd like you, if I may, before I actually even read you the definition of kindness from the Prophet of Kindness, and those of you who know me well and have taken my publicity courses or worked with me, you notice, number one, that if you do have a book, you always show it. And a really important, beautiful tip is that you move things a little to the front so that the glare isn't as bad, particularly on the virtual events, right? And so as I've been interviewed, which by the way, I've been interviewed over 7 Fox TV News interviews for this book, over 75 radio shows and counting, right? All this book, Inc. magazine, Forbes magazine, CEO magazine, all of them. It's super cool, right? So some of these have been on Zoom. And if you notice, if I tilt it a little forward, it's so much better than just like this, where there's far more glare, okay? So before we even read from the Prophet of Kindness, I'd like you all to just take a moment and put your feet on the floor. We're just going to do a moment of heart centering for you. Heart centering for you. Because kindness does come from the heart. And I just want you to take a deep breath. Come present to this moment. This moment of kindness. Feel it in your heart. Let your heart open just a bit more. Feel it expanding. Give it wings to fly. It has such freedom. And thank yourself. And thank Creator, God, whoever you believe in, or just thank yourself again for saying yes to kindness for yourself and for the world, for now and for what's next. And take another deep breath if you need to. Come back to this moment. All muted, Mary Beth, in this moment of kindness. Thank you, everyone. So from Prophet of Kindness, I'm going to read you our definition of kindness. And that is, number one, that it's a loaded word in its simplicity. It's a catch term for actually a host of other traits, behaviors, emotions, and actions which must be exhibited on a daily basis. Just as we pay for goods and services using cash, credit, or even barter, kindness currency varies. So let's expand its definition by offering many characteristics of kindness. And I've come up with 7 of them. We call them return on kindness principles. You know how y'all have return on investment principles? Well, we've got return on kindness principles. And they're the 7 pathways to profit. And Mary Beth will post them too. And we're actually going to do a breakout with these just a bit later. But I want you to just kind of seed these into your soul and your knowingness, and that is compassion, flexibility, patience, positivity, generosity, gratitude, and connection. These pathways can be used alone or in tandem to increase the big five. This is where your profit comes in: profit, revenues, customers, connectivity, and prospects. All right, so that'll give you some good start for kindness. And what I would love to do is actually just get you talking to each other. We're going to do a breakout now. We're going to put 4 of you in each room. And for those of you who haven't had the fun of doing breakouts, let me just say, they're really fun. Make sure you have your videos on if you can, so you can see each other, which I think would be really, really wonderful. And we want you to talk about, how do you use kindness in business? How do you use kindness in business? And Linda, what do we decide? We're going to give them maybe 10 minutes to talk about that. What do you think? I think she's on mute. 10 minutes, sound good? Okay, so we're going to give you 10 minutes to talk about this, about how do you use kindness in business. And just so if you don't know, you press the join when the cue comes on. And maybe you can have timers just so there's a bit of a structure there, and that everyone can share and everyone can talk, because being kind, we allow everyone to some space in our circles, right? So I'm going to ask you to self-monitor that, but pick a timer. It's always super cool. And let's take 10 minutes with 4 people in each breakout session. All right? We will see you back in 10 minutes. Press join when you see it on your screen.
Benefit. And it just gave me goosebumps, because they just made the decision in the moment that was the way to take care of. So thank you, Disha, for what you're doing.
Wow. That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And by the way, can I just say, I know we talked about taking a little bio break, but if you just need to, excuse yourself and go to the restroom, please do. Just come on back and make sure to take your mic off, put yourself on mute, and then go ahead and just come back, certainly. And then in the meanwhile, for those of you, let's keep talking. Who else heard something? And while we're doing that, I'd like to acknowledge somebody else who is so essential in Profit of Kindness success, and that's Randy Pizer. You can wave, Randy. It's my friend Randy. There she is. Randy is an amazing ghostwriter, editor. She and I help people get the book deals when Linda was introducing me that have had so many people be very successful. And Randy, I went to for the original press release, because, as much as I do publicity, I'm in my own box, right? And Randy came up with a brilliant strategy around how to get that by creating a press release called The Divided States of America, because kindness was not a major, shall we say, practice, because we were so divided. And frankly, I think that's been a problem ongoingly. But I just want to acknowledge you, Randy, and thank you for so supporting the Profit of Kindness launch and who you are and in my life. And I just really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Mwah. Okay. Yay. And Randy, go ahead and put your contact in, just so people can connect to you, as she's amazing as a talent, and definitely was on the Profit of Kindness team. Paul Hoyt, I actually want to also acknowledge you. I see you're on the line because you were, if you want to come onto video, if you can, that's super. There you are. You were also really part of the Profit of Kindness success team, and really helping me structure. I don't know if you remember, we were talking about this way back when. Paul's a brilliant business strategist, and somebody I met through CEO Space, who I love, love, love. and just really an amazing support in that way. And I truly appreciate, Paul, all of your help in structuring what we were going to do with Prophet of Kindness and how we could create other ways to support and affect and impact people. And if you'd like to put your info in the chat, that'd be super. Paul's always up to some very interesting projects, and it's somebody you definitely would love to connect to.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You're so welcome. I hope I'm not forgetting anyone else. That was an initial, just of course, Mary Beth, my wonderful support, who's on the call, and Mary Beth, wave. Mary Beth, go ahead, you have to wave. There she is. Okay, good. And just really all of her support in making the launch happen. Just to tell you, I don't know, some of you who've written books and understand the power of what it is to launch something like this. The book itself, we started the launch of Prophet of Kindness 1 year before the book came out, from a public relations standpoint. Because any of you who know me well, you know that I rattle that cage about you've got to start your publicity 3, 6, and 9 months ahead, right? We started a year ahead, and then we had a 9-month plan and a 6-month plan and a 3-month plan and a 1-week plan. And that's how we kept the success and actually created the great success for Prophet of Kindness. That's how I landed on so much media. Definitely go check out prophetofkindness.com. You can see some of that. But I will tell you, that's how that happened. Planning, my friends. And again, I'm so grateful because I told you at the beginning, I knew in my heart that that was more than just a book. And this kindness circles, like when the pandemic hit, I called up Linda, and we told you a little bit of the backstory with Linda and I, but I called up Linda. I said, Linda, we have to do this. Like, I don't care how it looks. We'll just get people on the line. We'll do it virtually. We don't have to do a big summit. We don't have to do a live event. Let's just get and gather people to speak about kindness and to create kindness circles, right? And Linda said, okay. And we said 416, and here we are. I'm so excited. And now we're having you continue to talk about kindness and to support each other with that in your business. Anyone else? And we're going to do some more breakouts, because I think that's a big part of right now is we need community. We need each other, right? We need to support, acknowledge, connect. Remember, connectivity and gratitude, positivity, these are all aspects of kindness. Flexibility, how about that one? Do we all need to be more flexible in this moment? You bet we do. You bet we do. And to, hang out as people's dogs are running through. And my niece was so cute. She works at Quicken Loans, and she was sharing the other day how, she's having these meetings with all her executives and her team members, and like the kids are running behind and her 1-year-old is screaming, and she's like, what are we going to do, right? I mean, that would never be acceptable in the workplace, but let's be honest, this is a new workplace, right? So I think that's really a key. Anybody else want to share something that sparked for you about kindness, about what happened in that group before we go to the next breakout? Would anybody like to share? Linda and Morgan are, oh good, I see Randy. And then you guys, if you see someone else, why don't you call them out? Go ahead, Randy.
Well, I was particularly moved by Lyle Benjamin's Planned Act of Kindness nonprofit. And I'm just very, very moved by that. I'm connected with the acquisitions editor who originally bought Practice Random Acts of Kindness, that book, it sparked the movement. And Donna Markova was the woman who actually went to Canary Press and said, you've got to do the Random Act of Kindness book. I'm connected with her. So I love just being connected in with kindness altogether. And I really want to offer my support to Lyle's phenomenal project. So I hope everyone has a chance to be in a breakout with him and see what he has to offer.
Right. And I think, Lyle, I did ask you if you would, since you're so related to kindness, please post. Lyle and I had a beautiful interview yesterday, and you know how we reconnected, by the way. This is about the power of this time, because I don't know about all of you, but I have been attending more events that frankly I hadn't had time to go to because I was on a plane or speaking somewhere, or because maybe they happened too early in the morning. And like Christy Karate can understand this because she runs a beautiful event in Santa Rosa, you know, near me. And to be honest, you know, we had to be there at what, 7 in the morning, full makeup, looking good, chipper. And I'm like, now I can roll out of bed and be virtual for the 8:30 meeting that starts called Connections, right? And Christy, by the way, if this is open, I am putting out an open call. Those of you who are there hosting events where people can connect, like literally can connect from the heart, you know, in a way that's about establishing relationships, please post them. I'm happy to have you post them. But what was so super cool is I was at an event that somebody else was hosting, and Lyle was on that that particular town hall, they called it, and I thought, oh my gosh. And he chatted me and said, "Are you Jill Lublin? Oh my God," you know. And I said, he told me what he was doing. I'm like, "Let's get on the phone." That's how that happened. Actually, we got on Zoom, but that's how that happened. So I want to make sure that all of you are taking advantage of this time to connect more. Connectivity, big piece of profit of kindness, right? Connectivity. How are you connecting? Where are you connecting? Who are you connecting with? And make sure that it's in your calendar. Those of you who are part of CEO Space, maybe you're alumni, maybe you've been part of it in the past, you know, make sure to come back into CEO Space. The rate is so ridiculously inexpensive, right? So let's get you connected and recreating yourself and expand your networks. Right now is a great time for that. Who else wants to make a comment before we go to the next breakout rooms? Linda, do you see, or Morgan, maybe you can help us call on someone if there's someone else who wants to make a comment. Would be wonderful. Let me know if there is one.
If the participants click on the button down below that says participants, if you click on that, it will open up on the right side and it'll show you the list of participant names. And at the bottom of those names, it'll say invite, mute me, and raise hand. You can raise your hand there by just clicking raise hand, and then it shows up a little raise hand, and then that helps us to also see who needs to have something to say. I think it's really important when Jill and we ask you if you'd like to share something, don't be shy. Take this opportunity. This is a way to show kindness in business. I'm sure that, you know, you might have something burning on your heart that you just really want to say, and we'd love to hear from you. So don't be shy.
I see Michelle Calloway has raised her hand. Michelle, if you want to unmute yourself.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
So,
Hey, Michelle.
hi, Jill. So what's been really weighing heavy on my heart right now is the survivors of those who have, well, they've lost a loved one during this whole outbreak. And it's not even just them passing away from the virus, it's people who are just dealing with loved ones that are passing or got ill from something else and have passed, and can't even be with them in their last dying days. And also they can't gather together with loved ones to mourn the loss together. So it's really been just weighing heavy on my heart. And so one of the things I'm working towards is creating a whole campaign around how I can use my magical technology, Revelio, which is augmented reality video marketing, to be able to bring people together in a time where we can't be together physically. We can use this magical portal of augmented reality to essentially celebrate the loss of a loved one by making their legacy come alive. So is it all right if I show people what that looks like?
I would love it. Do you have, because we did it for Profit of Kindness. I've actually
it's on your
used
book.
Michelle's technology.
Yes, your book cover does come alive, Jill, with the Revelio app.
I know.
Yeah. So let me just show
Yes.
you what this looks like. So this is my father. He passed away in January, which, you know, I can totally relate again. I mean, yes, I was widowed when I was in my 30s, but that was quite a while ago. Now I've also just recently lost my awesome father. So we created this for him, and I want to show people that this is something that we can do for those who are hurting and want to, you know, have something tangible to remember their loved one by, but it comes alive with their legacy. So let me show you what that looks like. So with my technology, when you hold up my app over an image like this, it's going to come alive with their, sorry.
Michelle,
Yes.
this is Linda, real quick. If everybody at the top of your screen, you can, if it shows speaker view, click it to say gallery view, or click it to say speaker view, and Michelle will come up very big on your screen.
I'm from Lublin, and I'm the
Yeah, so the way the technology works is it recognizes images. And so the image of my father on this card is going to come alive with his video, a legacy video that we put together of when he was a little boy all the way up to when we celebrated his 80th birthday. So when the app recognizes,
Wow.
let me just see here, we tap on Viewer Revelio, and then you put it over the card. And I'm having some connectivity issues. That sucks. Sorry, sucks.
Can I show mine, Michelle?
Yes, please.
Michelle?
Yes.
Okay, so check it out. This is
So-
what we did for Prophet of Kindness.
You have to hold
Wait,
it up
can
a
you
little
see it?
higher.
Can you see it?
Pull the phone away from the book so that the whole book is in the view of the phone, and it'll trigger. It's hard to do.
Author of 4 best-selling books, all on major publishers. Can you see it? Magic, Get Noticed, Get Referrals,
It's
Guerrilla Publicity, and The Prophet of Kindness. Have you ever dreamed of getting a
so it's not showing up
hopefully
really
that was-
bright.
We
So
can hear it, Jill. We just can't see it very
Yeah,
well.
so it's kind of a
Yeah.
hard,
Okay.
awkward thing
Well,
to
let me
view.
just
Yeah. It's
yeah.
hard. It's hard
But
to
anyway,
demonstrate on
let me just
virtual.
say, yes, but it's been super, Michelle, and I so bless you for the opportunity to make my book go virtual and your father's memory to go virtual. Such a beautiful blessing. Thank you
Yeah,
for
so
that.
that's kind of what I'm
It's
working
really
on,
powerful.
to be able to like bless people in this time and
Super.
show kindness. Yeah.
Oh, that's super. Thank you.
Thank you,
Well, I would
Michelle.
love to go. Oh, say again?
We have
Oh,
one
okay,
more
thank you.
so it looks like Lyle would like to say something, and then Christy
Beautiful.
Karate also.
You know, it would be great if
Great.
everyone could go ahead and put in, you know, their name, their, you know, website, their phone number, and what they're doing into the chat. And that way, you know, we can go through those when we don't have to go ahead and distract ourselves trying to go ahead and track your name down and what you're doing and everything else. It will be right there. So we can see who, you know, we can collaborate with, and, or when you do get in touch with us, we'll have a little bit of background on you as well. So that's my recommendation. People take you know, be sure to go ahead and do that before they, you know, hightail it out of here at some point.
Well, it ends at noon Pacific, so thank you, Lyle. And then, Morgan, who was the other?
It was me, Christy. It was me, Christy.
Oh, okay,
Karate.
wonderful, Christy. Go for it.
Well, I was in the
Go
group
for it.
with Lyle and David Goldman and with Randy. And so it was very exciting, but it reminded me of an experience, and I shared with them in the circle about when my son was young, and I could just see he was being kind of a bully. And so I gave him some consequences, and one of them was to go to school every day and do 3 random acts of kindness and come home and repeat it. He's 22 now, so this was a while back. And he came back after 2 days of doing that and said, "Mom, people like me." And now he's 22 years old. He's home with us now because of all of this. And I just know that made a huge difference in his life.
Oh,
So I'm really
thank
behind
you, Christy.
Yeah.
That is super cool. Thank you, my dear. Appreciate that. I would love to, if we may, let's go to a next circle. All right. So we're going to have, let's see, let's do 4 again. And let's do this one for, let's call it 10 minutes, actually. Let's do 10 minutes again. And we're going to use the 7 return on kindness principles. So Mary Beth, why don't you call them out again? And you guys listen, because here's what I want you to think about. Which one, share this in your group, which one do you need to practice right now? Might be 2, but which one do you need to practice right now? Mary Beth, you want to call them out again? Oop.
Sorry, I'm muted. I'm also getting ready to post these in the chat box, but in no particular order. They are generosity, compassion, gratitude, positivity, flexibility, patience, and connection. And
Beautiful.
you want
Think about that. Which one do you need?
Could you repeat them one more
time? Which one do you need to practice right now? Mary Beth, you got it? You're on mute.
Yes, it's posted in the box, in the chat box.
Go ahead and repeat them though.
Okay. Generosity, compassion, gratitude, positivity, flexibility, patience, and connection. And focus on which one do you need to practice right now.
All right, so let me just share with you, when I was writing the chapter on patience, I had to call the utility company. That is the extreme exercise in patience. They kept, transferring me from one to the other. Then they thank me for their patience. And I don't know about you. Do you ever laugh at that when someone, when they come over the loudspeaker when a plane's like 2 hours delayed or whatever, and they go, "Thank you for your patience." And I'm like, who said I'm patient? Come on, is it just me? So anyway, I just thought that was very funny. On the chapter of patience, I was very tested. You know what I'm talking about, right? So go ahead, and we're going to take you to breakout rooms right now for 10 minutes of discussion on which one you need to practice right now. We'll see you in just a bit.
Don't forget to click join when it appears on your screen.
Here that you
I'll
went,
go.
oh
I was
yeah, me too.
I'll go. I was in the room with Dave and Gary, and all 3 of us had patience issues.
That's what I was going to say too. Patience all around.
Yep. I think our patience is really being tested. Go ahead.
Ours was connection. Well, there was one patient.
And what about it?
Needing to connect more and helping people through connection.
Beautiful. Well, we actually gave you a meeting right on here. You can attend tomorrow if you want. There's other ones that are happening all the time that I'm seeing. So you might want to type in, network.
Linda is part of our connections networking. So
oh yeah, I'll be there.
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, yay.
Hey, that's super. But Linda, I'm just I'm seeing a lot in my email of open, networking groups that perhaps weren't open before, or virtual networking groups that we've never had access to before. So that's been really fun. Just FYI.
I personally need to do my own connecting. I need to offer my connection to others so they can come to me.
Oh, beautiful. Well, can I share one strategy in terms of, profit of kindness, right? One of the things I'm making sure I do every day, and I'd recommend it to everybody, is reach out and make at least one connection call every single day. So it may be I want to reach out to you and actually set up a call. That's how Lyle and I met and connected and talked. It's like, oh, good, I want to set up a call with you, right? So make sure that you're measuring for that. And I do mean measure for it. At least one. I actually, my goal is 3 a day. So it could be a text I'll send, it could be an email, it could be send something over to Mary Beth saying, hey, let's get on the calendar. but please make sure that's in your agendas daily, because it will really support you to keep your prospects going, to keep your pipeline going, and to keep your future going, my friends, as well as collaborations in the present moment. Very powerful, very powerful. So that's really exciting. What else did you get from there?
Jill, I also put in the chat my email address and my phone number. People can email me or text me. I am looking for people that want to participate in summits. We have several summits that are going to be coming up, and as clients are switching from the live stage to the virtual stage. So there's several that are coming up on a variety of different topics. So if it's something that you want to participate in, just email me or send me a text, and we'll get you on our list and get you guys information. We're starting, I've got 3 of us that are just starting a big calendar, and we're just putting it all together and just going to send it out.
Oh, that's beautiful, Linda. Thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. That's an exciting opportunity. Aren't you glad you showed up?
And
yay.
you know, I don't know if,
go ahead.
One of the things that my organization was working towards, and we were just starting to have meetings, we are being nominated for our NGO status with the United Nations because from our combination of programs, we actually impact all 17 of the Sustainable Development Goals that the UN has established for 2030. So, unfortunately, everything at the UN got canceled. Literally the week after we went ahead and did a big presentation that they were all excited about. And included in that was some collaboration on events. And Lynn, in my background, I owned a meeting and event planning company in New York for over 10 years. So I'm very familiar with your industry. And
you're feeling my pain, Lyle.
Yeah, well, yeah, as an independent, you know, meeting and event planner, that's a lot different than an in-house, right? So, or a facility, you know, so I understand. Yeah, definitely. And would love to go ahead and collaborate with you, and then, you know, continue to do these things, you know, moving into the future, because we've got to go ahead and do them now in a virtual environment, because we don't know how long this is going to last. And we could be pretty much on shutdown for 12 months or more until we have a vaccine. So we have to go ahead and do all ways to do things. But, you know, on one hand, that could be a great thing, because it can involve a lot more people than ordinarily going to it on a live basis. So, you know, one of the things, you know, in my group, a lot of people had this thing about patience. Well, it's all a question of how you go ahead and look at things as well. And a lot of people choose to, unfortunately, or they're conditioned to look at things in the negative way. I was just doing some coaching with a friend of mine who's going to interview for a position today with a company, and they didn't call her at the time that she was, you know, that they had set up. And I said, well, you know, they might have been in a meeting and it ran over. So don't make assumptions, don't get upset, and just wait, you know, for a little while. And if they haven't gotten in touch with you and they didn't return your call, you know, send them an email. And she was like, well, I am upset. And I said, and it turned out they got in contact with her and apologized and said they'd like to reschedule. So, you know.
Right, and I think that's really a thing, Lyle, that we've got to really practice this patience. We've got to, and I think beautiful that you're in a way presenting, and this is for everybody. This is why, you know, yes, talk to Linda. You know, how can you restructure your events to move forward, to create a future for all of you? And how do you create, Deborah Myers, I know you've been doing that beautifully. You know, some of you I know more than others, but I really want to suggest to all of you, the way to keep profiting is to, how do you take your events forward, your brilliance forward, your power of what you speak on forward, you know. So here's what I want to say, and thank you, Lau, for just inspiring this for me, because guess what? your future is now in the planning for now, even if we got 12 months, even, it doesn't matter. Like, what can you be planting forward right now for your future so that your future looks bright and that it's positive and powerful, right? And so that's a way to be profitable. That's a way to be kind, to keep serving people. Deborah, I'll use you as an example again, because I think you've done it really well. You know, she's got this beautiful technique. Go ahead and post it in there, in the chat, you know, about how to put your flow out, right? And how to deal with the stress of this. And, you know, she's teaching it as a free webinar, right? And then she's got handouts on it. How fabulous is that? Christy, I know you're so big on creativity, you know, let's do creativity classes online. Hey, I'll come. You know, like, really, I want you to keep thinking, what could you be doing looking ahead for the future that's positive and powerful? And, you know, for your publicity, keeping your name out there, keeping your message out there, really, really key. Really, really key. Speaking of that, before we go into our next breakout, which we are, I love this one. And this is about serving each other, what you can give and what you can get. Just saying, we're going to go into that to really help each other. But let me also say to you that I am doing a free webinar. This is part of how I switched, called How to Stay Visible in Troubled Times. So Mary Beth's going to post that on there. Do me a favor. Here's what I'm going to ask for kindness. Would you do me a favor and post that to your tribes, your people? Let people know what I'm doing. Because I'm really dedicated, always have been, to helping people get more visibility, gain more of that power of your purpose. And so please, if you would be so kind to spread that to your tribes and let people know what I'm doing. That would be super duper, and I appreciate it. And then for all those of you on here, if you haven't taken my publicity course, I welcome you to take it. I'm doing pandemic pricing. That's what I'm now calling it, pandemic pricing. And we're offering the whole, isn't that fun? Yeah. We're offering the whole day of my publicity course. Normally $12.97 when you go to publicitycrashcourse.com. For now, only $197. That's my bring a friend price. There are people on this call who've actually invested in my course. I know you're here, that's been in my course, and that's your bring a friend price normally. So that's super duper for you. We're going to actually give you the code and put it on the chat. The code is stay visible, all lowercase, all case sensitive, to come into the course for only $197. So I invite you to invest in that for yourself at the pandemic pricing so that your message is going forth and staying focused. All right. And I'm just delighted and wonderfully grateful to serve all of you. So let's talk more about kindness in small groups. And I want you to practice now something I've learned through CEO Space, and I see some CEO Space alumni on here. If you don't know what that is, please chat in the chat, and we'll connect you with someone who can support you to get into CEO Space, which is probably the most collaborative, connected, and kind, amazing virtual group I've ever been part of that has changed my life. So I want to support everyone. And Mary Beth, go ahead and take those people from the chat, and we'll get them hooked up to the different people that we can to help them. Okay, so it's just so much fun. And those of you who are alumni, by the way, come on back to 421 to 424. It's all virtual, and that's my commercial for CEO Space, because it's really contributed to my life in an amazingly kind way. And so many people, even on this connection, I've actually met through there. So I'm just so grateful, including Paul Hoyt. And I feel like there's a few, Michelle, Michelle, we met other places, but nonetheless, there's a few of you on here and who've been on this call that I've connected through. Oh, thank you. Yes, yes. Natalie is how you say it, right? Then we met through there. Oh, yay. Okay, nice to see you again. Thank you. So I'm excited to welcome you to another breakout room. This is what we learn at CEO Space. It's part of the Kindness Circle. And at CEO Space, what we do is we model a giving and receiving exercise. that we call Snap. And I'm not going to call it Snap in here because it's not quite going to be run like we run at a CO space when we have, hundreds of people in a room or even a smaller room. But what we're going to do is we're going to get in a breakout room of 4, and we're going to give you actually 15 minutes. And what you're going to talk about, what can you give and what do you need? Okay, it's a double question. What can you give and what do you need? And we'd like you to take a moment, just reflect on that, take a moment and see what do you need and what can you give? Wonderful, wonderful way to connect. All right, Mary Beth, let's have them in breakout rooms, and we look forward to seeing you again in 15 minutes. Ciao. Fraser, if you can hear me and you'd like to go to a breakout room, that'd be magnifico. Mary Beth, were you able to post before we went to breakouts? Perfect. I can't hear you. Maybe come on for a moment.
I did.
Perfect. You put in the free webinar and the 197, right?
Yes. Well, I got
Beautiful.
the free webinar in. Yes, I got them both in.
Oh, marvelous. Okay. And at the end, post them again, just because, posts kind of go like that.
Ooh, hold on.
So great.
Glad to have you.
Which I think is really great to share that. But what about any other business you love? Oh, sorry.
So Mary Beth, go ahead and mute everyone. But I was wondering what restaurant is so great. It's all good. I know this is a thing, beware of where you are taking your microphone is all I can say. Well, let's open it up and see what came up for you. What happened there? What can you give and what would you like to receive? What happened for some of you in there?
We had.
Go ahead and raise your hand. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Well, maybe not. Who would like to talk?
I thought it was a really great time to connect, and I feel like we really connected well, and we can help each other, and it was really good. We only had 3 people, so we got a lot of time.
Great. Thank you. Yeah, when you have certain people in your group, take more time. It's all good, right? We can always connect more. So that's powerful. What else happened for people?
Can I go?
Yes,
please.
Sally, I was just going to say you have your hand raised.
Yeah, so I was in the group with Linda, and I think it was a great connection for the 3 of us. So I'm doing some free psychic reading nights, and I was wondering if I could invite everyone in this group as well.
For which are you saying you're offering?
I'm offering some free psychic reading nights where I'm doing free readings. So
Beautiful.
I was wondering if I could invite everyone in this group as well.
Absolutely. Go ahead and post in the chat. We did say, if you have things going on, please post. That's beautiful. Absolutely. Thank you.
Can I add something else?
Please.
I'm starting a new group for meditation, and this is the proposed title. It's not finalized yet. It's called Mystical Meditation Miracles, and the whole focus of it's going to be like a 1-year group, and the whole focus is going to be on creating miracles, and it's based on some of the courses I've taken in my clairvoyance training. So I don't know if I am allowed to promote that here or.
Let's do the free offer. Would be fantastic.
Okay.
That would be beautiful. And then, of course, you know, anyone who's interested, you can talk to them about your next level. Is beautiful.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thank you. And then, and thank you for asking. That was very respectful. I appreciate that. Who else wants to add something about what happened for you?
Candace has her hand raised.
Okay, great.
Thank
Well,
you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Okay, good. Oh, I just wanted to say what a great group. I was with Gary Nicky, and he does these love dollars, and it was so exciting because he folds dollar bills into a heart, and he's had them all around the world, and it's just so exciting that what a way to pass on love. And so, you know, text him or PM him and ask about it, because he'll tell you more about it. And he's got a YouTube channel that also explains how to make these dollars. So that's very exciting. And then Jill also said her thing that she gives is when she sees something that annoys her and somebody talking with her or whatever, inside her head, she just goes, I love you, and she just keeps sending love. And the person stops doing the annoying thing, which I love, because that's the law of attraction. And what you have the most attention on with the most juice and emotion is what you attract. And so she said, but it happens instantly, but that's because she's that powerful. And she focuses on, oh my God, I can't stand this person who's talking so fast. So she'll just go, I love you in her head. And boom, the person slows down, because she's focusing on what she wants, not on what she doesn't want. And it's so powerful. That's why I call my company Mind Power. It's great stuff. So that was fun, a great share.
Oh, thank you, Candace, for sharing that. Powerful. And I love that. And Gary, I just have to say, so precious. He will send me texts on all kinds of occasions about how he's sending me love and abundant blessings. And they always, of course, come at the right time. And he will just constantly send me these beautiful, really abundant blessings and joy. And then the fun part about the dollars, I have to tell you, because, you know, I talked to you about my publicity course. And what was so beautiful is Gary has been in the publicity course in New York, right? And what was great about him is he was in the back of the room folding those heart dollars, and he gave it out to every single person in the course. And I travel with Gary's heart dollars and have given away actually one or two myself. And just, it's such a beautiful blessing. Thank you, Gary, for who you be. Who else would like to share from their group? Mary Beth, you see any raised hands? Oh, I see a raised hand, Michelle.
Hi, I just wanted to share what we experienced in our group was a major outpouring, I think, of just how can we support one another's mission to be more kind, generous, informative, helpful. You know, this collaborative mindset is just so huge right now. There's a movement happening where, like I was sharing that within my own Tech with Heart network, which is an online community that I lead, I'm more than happy to just share the awesomeness of what you were doing, you know, to make a difference. And so the more that we all do that, lift each other up, support each other, the more good we're going to do together as a unified force of kindness.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. Thank you. And thank you, Michelle, for posting it, because I know you're so wonderful that way. And I appreciate that. In fact, I wanted to also say to you that we are doing this again. This will be free again. Mary Beth, you want to post in the chat when we're doing our next kindness circle? And I can't even remember. When is it, Mary Beth? Will you let them know?
I actually just did post it. It's going to be May 20th, also from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock Pacific. We don't have any of the other details ready for it yet, but we'll be sure to let you know once they're ready to register.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And then what we'll do is we'll send you an email with that for how to register. Again, it will be free. And then if you would, spread the word, spread the kindness. Please post it in your networks. Let people know. We would really appreciate that. So thank you in advance for helping us spread kindness. Who else would like to talk about what happened in the group? Tell us. Randy?
This didn't happen in the group, but it's something I do want to share in a way that I'm practicing kindness, and it just came to my mind. I was meditating, and as I was just breathing and just following the flow of breath, I realized that I could offer my breath to the collective field so that those who are struggling to breathe right now can tap into that field and perhaps relax into breath. And that's something that we could all give of ourselves, is just our breath to the collective field so that others may breathe.
Beautiful. Thank you for that, Randy. Thank you.
Okay, Mark Bruce had his hand raised earlier. Mark, did you want to share something? Let me unmute you.
Can you hear me?
Now we can, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to say I had a great talk with both Natalie and Lyle because they shared that I was an author and writing my book and have it out there, and both gave great encouragement. And this is all part of what kindness is listening to one another and offering encouragement. So I loved it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark, for that. You know, that actually reminds me of a meditation I actually did this morning, if I may add this in. It was about luxury. And the question posed before the meditation was, how can you give more luxury to others? And my answer is the space of listening to each other, the space, the kindness of being heard, and having the luxury of being in places and spaces like this, of being in more breakout groups where people are listening to what you want and, frankly, what you want to give, right? What you want to give and receive. How luxurious is that? The luxury of our time in certain ways, even though I know we're all on Zoom meetings and different kinds of appointments, the luxury of the time we've created to be more with each other. I feel more connected and more space with people than I've felt in a long time. Anyone else feeling this way? Raise your hand. Yeah, that's luxury. That's kindness. So I ask you, just because it's my assignment today too in this meditation program I'm in, but you know, how can you give the luxury of your listening to others? And Mary Beth, who is next with the hand raise? I see some hands going up.
Deborah Myers was next, and then Nicola, it looks like you'll be after that.
And then Lyle, I see his hand up. Is anyone else? Just so we get a little. Okay, thank you. Go for it.
Thank you, and good morning to everybody. On my group, Randy was there, and I was sharing, and she knows me, and I know, and I was sharing the whole piece that I brought, my animated video that I did for kids as self-help acupressure flow, live to my website as a gift. So anybody can go see it. So go to deborahmyerswellness.com and experience a 6.5-minute video free. And you can see it any number of times. And anyway, I was sharing that after that happened, I had a publicist reach out to me and offer to to do the press release, send it all out. And I said, and she immediately, even though she does this as well, she said, send it to me and I will share it as well. I mean, what kindness is that? And I just so appreciate that, Randy. It's just, it made me have goosebumples, to tell you the truth. And I want to share that, as you know, I do self-help acupressure instruction. And I want to just give everybody a piece that is, I think, just an awesome gift to yourself. Is anytime you think of it, hold the base of your skull. You could hold your right hand on your, I'm going to mirror you, your right hand at the base of your right skull, your left hand at the base of your left skull, and hold that for a couple moments. That brings you to a state of consciousness and awareness. creating clarity and focus for what you really want to be and how you want to be in the world. And now leave your right hand there and bring your left hand to the outside of that right wrist, right below your little finger side. That's connecting with an energy balance point that's all about calming the whole being. Calm your mind, calm your nerves. It calms the whole nervous system. And one of the things we really need to have within the body we walk around in is a state of calm, because then we won't be as reactive when there's stress and anxiety thrown at us. And you're more than welcome to do the other side, because there's no such thing as too much self-help. And when this happens, you really get to that place of just ease and knowing you're taking care of yourself and your body's taking care of you. And it protects your immune system, makes it vibrant. And then take the next step and bring it to your heart. Just bring that hand directly to your heart, still holding the outside of your wrist. And your body knows that you are giving it love. Give it love, and it knows it, and it will continue giving you love. Have a great day.
That was beautiful, Deborah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Beautiful. And who was next?
Nicola.
Nicola.
Hello,
Yes.
Nicola. Yes, Nicola Walker. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Deborah. I remember you from years ago in Connections. And thank you for preparing me with that nice little, yeah. And hi, Randy. I just have to say hello to a few old friends and Jill. So yeah, I wanted to say just a couple of things. One is that going back to the other breakout group before the last one, with the pillars of kindness, you know, which one? And I had mentioned flexibility, and because I think that I'm thinking back to the last recession in 2008, when actually I ended up house sitting, and one of the biggest things I learned was how to be flexible, because sometimes I didn't know where I was going to live 2 days from now. So I think flexibility now, you know, when there's so much uncertainty and we can be prone to fears and change all the time, and anxiety and what have you, that flexibility really helps. It helps you to lessen your grip on wanting things to be a certain way, and to just let go, and that really helps flow, and it helps goodness, it helps kindness, it helps everything. So I wanted to make that point, and actually things I mentioned, going back to 2008, I'm in the middle of a book about that period called Joy in the Middle of the Mess. And so that's what I'm helping people with is navigating the mess, which is what's happening in the world, in your mind, and in your life circumstances, so that you can flourish and prosper in any situation. So I did put in the chat my contact info, and I wondered if, and I am offering a free consultation, by the way, but I wondered, Jill, if you could send us that chat, because, you know, it gets rather distracting keeping looking and making notes about things. So then we would.
So I have to check. Thank you. You know, honestly, I think I'm going to ask each one of you to take that responsibility for yourself. What does that mean? There's a way to do that you can actually do that. Mary Beth, do you know what that is? Or Laura, do you know how to do that?
Yeah, if you go to the bottom of the chat, you'll see where you can type, and it says to everyone or whoever you're talking to. On the right hand side of that, there are 3 little dots that say more. If you hover on it, and if you click on that, it gives you an option to save the chat, and it will save that to wherever your documents go on your computer.
That's fabulous. I'm glad I asked that. Thank you.
I might add to that. You may want to wait until the end of the call to save it, because it will save it at the point where you say save it.
Yeah, got it.
Beautiful. Thank you. Great presencing. Lyle, was there, and Mary Beth, was there anyone after Lyle? Because I want to make sure, Laura, Laura, you're after Lyle? Is that what you're saying?
No,
Okay.
You've got, yeah, okay, cool. Lyle, go for it.
If anyone does want to contribute after Lyle speaks, just use on the control panel to raise your hand, and that way you're more easily visible.
Yes, hi. Through Planned Acts of Kindness, one of the things that we're launching is actually another global program called One Planet, One People. And this is sort of an umbrella movement where we seek to collaborate with, everything from governments all the way down to NPOs, NGOs, schools, all these different types of religious organizations, as well as just, individuals who want to do, positive things in the world. And that website is oneplanet-onepeople.com. But one of the things that we also ask people to do is to do their own little videos of them doing what we call our kindness, civility affirmation, which I'm going to go ahead and put into the chat. And then also to share a story of how kindness has impacted your life in a significant way, whether it was something you did for someone else or something that someone did for you. And then by doing a little video of that and then putting Planned Acts of Kindness on it, or One Planet, One People, sending it in, we'll promote it, you promote it on your social media, and it can serve as inspiration to other people, because this is what we need more of, okay?
Yes.
And then also, if there's something that you really think is a problem in the world and you have a good idea for a solution and why people should be doing things differently, please submit that to us also. We're creating what's called a world map. We were on target by the end of the year through what we're doing in the United Nations to have people in all 190 plus countries participating in this and doing these types of things in their own languages and putting that on the map so that you can go into any part of the world, drill down, and you can listen to people doing their kindness, civility pledge, sharing stories about how kindness impacted their life. And we're still going to be doing that, right? So that's one of our goals, as well as 1 billion planned acts of kindness also. And a whole bunch of other initiatives that you'll see when you go onto the websites. So
I love that. Thank you. Thank you. And speaking... I love that. Thank you. I appreciate it, Lyle. And let's go to Laura. And also, thank you. I want to just, before we go to Laura, say a few things. One is, I want to hear from you. We all want to hear from you. What do you need? What do you need more of that we could support you with in the kindness circle? What's working for you? What would you like to see more of? So please either put them in the chat, maybe even private to Mary Beth, can pick a participant and chat Mary Beth Geronimo. So, or are you showing up as Jill Lublin? I don't know. That's a good question. But either her name or my name, and please let us know. You can email us to support@jilllublin.com. And we want to continue to improve and make this for you even better in every moment. I think the breakout rooms have been going really super well, and excited about that. And as we garner, we had 63 people registered for this, just so you know, which I'm excited and thrilled about. And I purposely kept it a little intimate, more so, but I know as we grow and grow, the good news is we're going to have more and more breakout rooms and more people in the breakout rooms. And I definitely see that as part of the vision. So let us know, what you need and how it would even be better for each of you. And that would be super. What more do you want? All that good stuff. And what would help you the most. So I just want to put that all out there, that you can put that in the chat privately would be great. To either me or Mary Beth or Linda or Morgan. Well, actually, you know what? I think I'm going to have them all go Mary Beth, so just so we can have them in one place would be excellent. So that's super cool. And is there anyone else besides Laura who wants to say some things? Let me just see. And Mary Beth, do you see any other hands up, so to speak, on our end?
Not at the moment, no.
Oh yeah, definitely, Linda. We're going to do some, shall we say, closing comments.
Okay.
And I'll have you, if I might, start those, and that'd be great. Right after Laura's comment, I think would be great. Thank you, Laura.
It's just another technology thing. I'm a visual person and I'm in Zoom meetings all day long. So in addition to saving the chat, if you are a facial person, you can do a print screen and save the screen of all the pictures of the people so you can associate them. I only know how to do it on my computer. If it's the function button and the little Windows button and the print screen button, you hold all three of them at the same time, and it will actually take a picture and put it in your pictures.
Wow. Oh, that's super cool. I didn't know about that. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I want to know, raise your hand, because I think this is exciting. Did you get a lead or somebody that you're supposed to call that you can do business with? Raise your hand, if you would. Yep. Yep. Good. Yes, thank you. Or you can say yes in the chat is great too, if that's easier for some of you. Good. Excellent. I'm so glad, because this is based on kindness, and kindness is also about creating profit, thereby the profit of kindness. Because what I know, when you are kind, when you are good, when you are willing, when you are supportive of helping others, and frankly, you know, giving them prospects, referrals, connections, as we keep business going and going and going, which we are by doing this. Have you noticed? We're keeping business going. We're supporting each other. We're driving business to each other. We're driving each other to our websites. That is part of the intention of this kindness circle, and to create profit from kindness. It's a beautiful thing, and we will all be supportive and connecting and helping each other by doing this. And I love that. So please make sure you follow up with people, you know, that have asked you to connect with them. And I want you to make sure you consider this a referral circle and a support circle, and to keep that circle going, because that is kindness circles, my friend. That's how it keeps going. Linda, do you want to make some comments? And also just to remind you again that our next kindness circle is
May
Mary
20th.
Beth, if you pop.
May 20th.
May 20th, what time?
10 a.m. to 12 o'clock p.m. Pacific.
Beautiful. So please, would you put that in your calendars right now? We will get you the registration info. And then again, please pass it on to your tribes. We would love that. It will be free, and we appreciate it. Go ahead, Linda.
I just wanted to really thank everyone for taking the time out of their day and everything else that they have going on to be here with us and kick off this kindness circle. I'm very excited about it, and it was so great to have the breakout sessions. They were fun and informative too. And I just want to remind people too that if you put your cursor over on the chat box, there's 3 little dots down there. And if you click on those dots, it says save chat. That's going to save the chat to your desktop. And if you click the show in folder after you click the chat saved, that will open up the folder that the chat's in, so that you can get everybody's contact information and different things that were popped into the chat. It's a way for you to be able to quickly grab those and have that available so that you can reconnect in case you missed someone, or you were in another room and you missed somebody's contact information. So we appreciate you all being here.
Thank you. And I want to thank you, Linda. Mwah. Thank you, Linda, for mwah, virtual kisses, virtual hugs. Oh God, I miss hugging all of you. And I just really hugs, virtual. Let's give each other virtual hugs right now. Come on, virtual hugs. Or sometimes I just hug myself. You know, it's a good thing to also hug yourself. But also virtual hugs. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And just so appreciate you connecting in here to come say yes to kindness. I'm gonna do bumper stickers that say kindness I'm in, kindness dash I'm in. Or I have to show you, I got this beautiful rock. Look, kindness rocks.
I like that.
I'm seeing
That's
if I can get
cute.
these. Isn't that fun? I'm seeing if I can get these as more promotional items.
I have
I just really want to thank you.
So
thank you.
I have a sister-in-law.
Isn't that adorable? I know.
My sister-in-law paints rocks, so we can have her paint rocks for you.
Oh my God. Oh wow, that is super cool. I
Jill,
love that kind
Jill,
of
are you
rocks.
taking orders for those right now?
Yes, we are. Because
way to go! Say yes. Always say
yes, right?
That was the right answer. Yeah.
And I want to share with you.
Yes, it's the right answer.
Yeah, I want to share with everybody that giving yourself a hug is energetically connecting with lungs and diaphragm breath. Not only, and it's showing love to self by giving yourself that breath. And it's connecting with an energy balance point that's all about relationship. You got to have a good relationship with yourself before you can create a good relationship with anybody else. It starts here. And it's the first
true.
Daily Clean Your House Floor. Thank you.
Mwah, thank you. So kindness matters. Kindness rocks, right? And remember to practice a conscious act of kindness every single day. Bye-bye, my friends. Mwah. Have a beautiful, blessed rest of your day.
Thanks, Jill.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Thank
Jill.
you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
See you all on May 20th, if not sooner.
Be well, you guys. Stay well.
Bye,
Bye.
Randy.
Jazz
Bye.
hands.
Thank you, Jill. Lots of love and good energy. Take care.